Sunny but chilly afternoon in Foxborough, and a sellout crowd for a crucial AFC Eastern Division match between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. These two teams harboring playoff hopes. Below the line are the teams fighting for the wild card. New England 7-4, Indianapolis 6-5, and the Colts lose most of the tiebreakers, so today especially crucial for them. Tom Hammond and Bob Trumpy in Foxborough, and Bill Parcells has not been a pleasant man to be around this week after the Broncos drubbed him last Sunday. And game 10 against the Jets, they're behind 21-0, 24-0 against Denver. So first item of business is get off to a good start. Second item of business would be to stop the run.
Yeah, no question. The last 4 weeks, the Patriot defense has been run over by the likes of Thurman Thomas, Abdul-Jabbar, Adrian Morrell of the Jets. But last week, they were absolutely torn to shreds by Terrell Davis. 211 total yards on offense in the last 4 weeks. The Patriots have not been able to even slow people down on the run, let alone stop them.
And normally that would be welcome news for the Colts, who have Marshall Faulk, but because of injury, he's just been a shadow of his former self.
Yeah, since the second week of the season, and he tore up his toe, that dislocated toe. You can see the difference in contribution, 95 to 96. Still not healthy. Better than he's been in previous weeks, but still not healthy. He's the guy who somehow has to get something done today so that the Colts can at least drive the ball for a while, keep their injured defense off the field.
And Colts coach Lindy Infante says this is a game his team must win. Harbaugh against Bledsoe, the Colts and Patriots, when we return to Foxborough. Foxborough in the sun, probably not too chilly, although the air temperature 38 degrees here at kickoff, and not much wind, as Lindy Infante says, considering the rest of the schedule for the Colts, this is a game they must win to really stay alive for the playoffs. And Bill Parcells, well, he starred the next 3 games for the Patriots. He said if they're going to get in the playoffs, it's probably going to take 10 wins. They need to take the next 3. Chris Gardocki will kick off for the Colts. Meggett and Brown, the deep men for the Patriots. This is Troy Brown from about the 5. And Brown to the 30 and to the 35 before he stopped. A good return by Troy Brown. Ball came loose, but he was already down. Marcus Pollard making the stop for the Colts after a 30-yard return. Bruce Armstrong leads the offensive line, the 4-time Pro Bowl performer. They've done a good job for the Patriots this season. Drew Bledsoe has passed for nearly 2,900 yards, second in the NFL. He leads in attempts and completions. Curtis Martin has rushed for 12 touchdowns. That's second in the NFL. I formation. Here is Curtis Martin, the tailback, on first down, fighting his way for about 2 yards before he's thrown back by the center of the defense, led by Whittington and McCoy. Now, this defense for the Colts is missing 5 starters today. One of them, Tony Siragusa, up front. Whittington, McCoy, Martin, and Bennett there. Coriat, Grant, and Alberts are the linebackers. Harrod is injured. He's the leading tackler on the season. And 3 starting defensive backs are out. Eugene Daniel is in there. He's the only normal starter for the Colts in the defensive backfield. John Burke is in at a tight end spot. Here's the give again to Curtis Martin. Bursts free and has a first down to the 47 before he's tripped up by Tony McCoy. So the Patriots, who haven't rushed effectively all season, get a first down on 2 consecutive carries by Martin.
And in talking to Martin yesterday, I mentioned to him, you know, he had 1,400 yards last year, not as much this year. He said, hey, we were 6-10 last year. I'm willing to run less and win more if that's what it takes.
Here he is again. And another good gain across midfield, down into Colt territory to about the 47 before Trev Alberts puts him down.
Well, this is the aggressive start that Bill Parcells was talking about. Controlling the line of scrimmage, not allowing the opponent to really get any head of steam, any feeling like, well, the Patriots are going to do something stupid today. This is an excellent offensive line that Parcells has and a very good running back behind it. You're going to use it here early and a lot.
Martin 3 carries, 18 yards. Here's number 4. And again, a good gainer. Curtis Martin just tripped up. Nearly broke free. Jason Belser got him around the ankles. A 10-yard gain. 4 straight carries by Martin and 28 total yards.
And Tom, one of the big defensive replacements is Siragusa. He's not in there. He is a great big guy who can stop anybody. You see McCoy and also number 90 Martin trying to stand up there, but again, an excellent offensive line. That defensive line from the Colts hurt, very hurt, and the Patriots taking advantage of it.
Gash in motion. Martin is the only setback, and he'll carry it again. This time hit at the line of scrimmage and then driven back. In fact, dropped for a loss of a couple by Bernard Whittington.
Well, you never know when Bill Parcells says things are going to be different this week and he starts yelling and screaming. You never know who he's going to appoint. He told me yesterday, Tom, 3 guys played well last week, just 3. This morning I heard him talking on the air, 2 guys. So I don't know what happened last night, but one guy's performance last week suddenly was downgraded.
Well, they came out and they said, well, we'll run Martin until they stop him. They did there. This time they go to Martin again, and he takes it to about the 36-yard line where Steve Martin and Trev Alberts get him.
He went to the Pro Bowl last year, first time, and he checked into the hotel in Hawaii with Emmitt Smith. They became good friends, did a lot of things in the offseason, and he said, that's the one person at the Pro Bowl that I wanted to meet, get to know, and start to hang around with.
3rd down, and Dave Meggett, the 3rd down specialist, is on as you see Martin on the sideline. 3 wide receiver formation. Bledsoe's first pass. Look one way, the other, and a great catch by Terry Glenn, the rookie. Jason Belzer brought him down, but did you see Glenn go upstairs to get that one? Gain of 19 yards.
Yeah, Tom, not a particularly good throw by Drew Bledsoe. There is good pressure by the Colts. They employ the fire zone or zone blitz, and that is they have people dropping out in coverage. And Bledsoe kind of sidearms it. Oh, you're right. Excellent catch by Terry Glenn, who has now won the heart of Bill Parcells.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but she now has. Martin again and twisted down for a loss of 1. Tony Bennett did the job that time. And you remember the story, I guess, that Coach Bill Parcells referring to Terry Glenn as she earlier, and that was the worst of insults in many people's eyes, and just his way of motivating. He is not an easy man to play for, and some can and some can't. Phil Simms, I guess, was the ideal player to take Parcells' abuse with a grain of salt. Some cannot do it. Martin again. Hole on the left. Inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Caught from behind by Ray McElroy. That one is a 9-yard gain as the ground game suddenly resurgent for the Patriots.
This is the best part of the offensive line. You've got Roberts at guard. You got Armstrong at tackle, and they out-muscle him. Armstrong just holds up. Ellis Johnson, 62. And Martin not touched till he's about 7 or 8 yards down the field. Yeah, they've quickly gained control of the line of scrimmage here.
Keith Byers in the game and an H-back, the bottom of your screen, on the 10th play of the drive. Curtis Martin gets a block at the corner, and then good penetration by the Colts defense to stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Quentin Coriat. And on 4th down, the field goal unit heads out onto the field. So the Patriots drive it downfield and suddenly stall inside the 10.
I'm kind of surprised here. I really am. I mean, if you want to establish a mindset for your team, going for it on 4th down, and it looks like about 1.5 yards, but Parcells is conservative, so he wants the points.
Well, remember, 21-0 against the Jets, 24-0 against the Broncos. At least he wants to get something. Vinatieri to attempt the field goal. About a 26-yard attempt, and it is good. So Parcells and the Patriots take the opening kickoff and a 3-0 lead. I bet some big old lobsters are lurking in that water. I have to get my hands on one.
Yeah, if you don't like lobster, move.
Sunny New England afternoon, though a bit chilly. And the Patriots up 3-0. Here's Vinatieri's kick. Aaron Bailey from the 5. Bailey has a pretty nice return. He is across the 30 before Jerome Henderson leads the special teams charge. And now it's Jim Harbaugh's chance with the football. An experiment this week at left tackle. Jason Matthews, who's played right tackle virtually his entire career, moves to the left, giving Tony Mandarich the start at right tackle. And Jim Harbaugh, of course, not as effective as last year. He's taken a supreme beating this year, I'll tell you. He has been sacked 31 times and hit no telling how many. And as we documented earlier, Marshall Faulk, with an injury to his toe, has been not very effective either, averaging only 2.8 yards a rush. That's Harrison in motion. And Marshall Faulk. Got 2 or 3 yards before he was driven back by Willie Clay. So the Patriots open up going to their running game, and the Colts try to answer. Jones, Wheeler, Wyman, and McGinnis, who's having an excellent year up front for the Pats. And today, Sabb starts in place of Slade at linebacker. Monty Brown gets a start for Todd Collins. And Reynolds, Smith, Malloy, and Clay in the defensive secondary. Second and 7 for Harbaugh. Draw play, delayed handoff to Marshall Faulk. Cuts his way across the 35 to the 36, only about 2 yards, and Sabb makes the tackle. Dwayne Sabb getting the start at linebacker today. He's played 11 games. This is his 3rd start of the season. Former 1AA All-American and Defensive Player of the Year in 1AA for New Hampshire.
You will see the Patriots make almost wholesale changes on various down and distance situations defensively. I mean, Parcells uses an awful lot of defensive players every week.
Harbaugh in the shotgun. Quick slant, broken up. Intended for Brian Stabline, and Lawyer Malloy with an excellent defensive play. The rookie from Washington made the play for the Pats.
This is the nickel package that the Patriots use. They use 3 linebackers and McGinnis, the defensive end, to rush. And then you're right, Malloy was all over that quick slant. Excellent reaction. You saw the corner blitz. Malloy picks him up. Incomplete pass, 3 downs and out.
And Chris Gardocki will punt. Having a Pro Bowl type season is Gardocki. Look at those numbers. 18 inside the 20, only 1 touchback. Booms that one toward Dave Meggett. Meggett backtracks to the 10. And down at about the 20-yard line. It was a 54-yard punt, 10 yards on the return. Still 3-0. Patriots opening drive netted 3 points, and the surprising aspect of it, Ben Coates to the Pro Bowl as a tight end the last 2 years, who has caught a pass in 60 straight games, was not on the field.
Not an injury.
John Burke was there replacing him. Maybe he's the guy that you said was downgraded by Parcells.
Coaching decision that Coates is on the sideline.
Coates has 50 catches, second leading receiver this year. Here's Curtis Martin again in another good gain as he rips off 9 yards on first down before Stephen Grant can get him to the turf.
Well, the one thing I can tell you about Bill Parcells, it may be a while before you understand an injury to a Colt at Stephen Grant. That figures. I mean, the Colts have a virus. But I was going to say about Parcells, I mean, you're not sure when you're going to eventually get the message about, I didn't like your performance last week, but you're going to get it. And the one thing about Parcells, he does not mind doing it in public. You know, having Coates on the sideline, he's got 2 defensive starters from what he told us yesterday, 2 new linebackers. I mean, he wants to make sure that these guys get the point. You play my way, you sit.
Stephen Grant leaves the game, shaken up, replaced by Elijah Alexander at linebacker. There's Grant, 59, who made that last tackle. Martin now has carried 10 times in this first quarter for 46 yards. And here he is again. And he'll have a first down just short of the 35, where he's tackled by Tony McCoy.
And Tom, in talking to Curtis yesterday, went to the University of Pittsburgh 2 years ago. Only played 3 games as a senior, but he said to train, he used to run up and down the steps at Pitt Stadium. And he said, I ran him so much. There were 103 steps. I remember counted them. I said, how about here? And he said, now, there aren't enough steps here in Foxborough. He said, I got to train some other way.
First down for New England. And Martin is the only setback. Carries again. Curtis gets 3 yards on first down. Alberts and Martin. And pretty soon, the Colts are going to have to commit some extra people up front. There are those stairs that are not enough. What, just 20-some rows.
Yeah, and you
used to 103.
Yeah, you can't get to the next level without going around. So see, Curtis Martin can't run the stadium steps here like he did at Pitt.
Needs another touchdown to set the record, and Ben Coates now comes in at tight end, his first appearance except on special teams. In fact, Coates is in motion coming from the top of the screen, set wide. Play action fake. Bledsoe's pass to Gash. There's a flag down. Sam Gash bumped out of bounds at the midfield stripe by Eugene Daniel. Gain of 13 if it stands.
You know, I hate to say this, but when the back judge throws the flag, he's watching the tight end. I mean, I pray that this is not on the tight end.
There's that tight end thing again. Larry Nemmers, by the way, is the referee today. It's going to be against Indianapolis. You and the tight ends. You must be president of the union.
Well, I'm a dues-paying member.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense number 31. Penalty is declined. First down.
Derek Frazier with hands to the face. The 13-yard gain will stand. Spot the ball at the Indy 49-yard line. First down, New England. Patriots already up 3 points with just over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Delayed handoff to Martin. Sort of a little counterplay that time. They're trying him every which way, and it's been mostly effective, with Stephen Grant back in the game to make the tackle.
Tom, not fancy. The counter, the power. They got a double-team block tight end tackle, fullback lead. Sam Gash, excellent leading fullback blocker. This is basic 1950 run the ball right at their mouth approach by the New England Patriots here.
And again, Parcells says, we're going to do it till you stop it. That's Byers in motion. Martin, another good gain to the 40. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down, with Grant again at the bottom of the stack and help from Trev Alberts.
Well, they're certainly making the point here, aren't they? We are going to shove you all over the place. Here you see you also got the right guard pulling. Excellent play. They're just trying to power to a spot. Byers leads, kicks out Trev Alberts. 71. Rucci up through the hole. I don't think they want to wear Curtis Martin out in the first quarter here, but they're giving it a shot, aren't they?
Yes, they do. If they can, they will. High formation on 3rd and 1. And it is Curtis Martin. And he bangs for the first down behind William Roberts. Again, Grant makes the tackle for the 3rd straight time. He's fighting a home at middle linebacker. He normally where Jeff Herrod patrols and is the Colts' perennial leading tackler. Stephen Grant moving inside has done a good job the last couple of weeks.
Now, one of the most athletic players that I think the Colts have on their team. He's usually in there in the nickel package when everybody's back and healthy, but he can run well from sideline to sideline, which is what is necessary for a middle linebacker.
What else? Curtis Martin to the 35. That's about 4 yards on first down. Big Bruce Armstrong, 78, gets up after leading the interference. Tony Bennett and Ellis Johnson getting a piece of the tackle.
This is not a big defensive line. With Siragusa out, the only real big guy in there is McCoy. And you can see that Bennett at 240.
What do you say is the prerequisite for a big guy up front stopping the run?
Big butt. The more, the better.
Curtis Martin. It's the Curtis Martin show here in the first quarter. Nearly to the 30. Grant and Alberts again.
I wonder when the offense learned from Parcells that this is what they were going to do. I mean, Parcells will tell Ray Perkins, you run it until I tell you to do something
Just
else.
Like that, he'll say.
Absolutely. I mean, he and Perkins have been together for a long time, and the tuna can get in your face.
How many times do you think Martin is carried in the first quarter?
11?
17.
17!
3rd down here, and Meggett is in the backfield. Bledsoe's pass is caught for a first down by Terry Glenn. Dedrick Mathis runs him out of bounds. 11-yard gain for Glenn, who had a mild concussion and didn't play in the second half last week against the Broncos.
Tom, this is the way the New York Giants played. When Parcells had Sims, he had Joe Morris. This is exactly the way they played football. 2 tight ends, spread the defense, keep firing with the run at the line of scrimmage, a little play action on third down, use Megan out of the backfield. This is New York Giants championship-style football.
Look at Terry Glenn, the Patriots' leading receiver this season. Hand off to Curtis Martin again. Tackled by Alberts as we send you to Greg Gumbel in New York for an update. Greg?
All right, Tom, we take you to Baltimore, where the Ravens have jumped on top of Jacksonville. Mike Caldwell picks off Mark Brunell. Brunell, his league-leading 19th interception, and Caldwell goes 45 yards for the touchdown with the extra point. It's the Ravens 7, the Jaguars nothing, Tom.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. 3-0 here with the Patriots driving in a fast first quarter due to all the Patriots running inside the final minute here. Jaguars and the Ravens playing for the second time in 3 weeks. Toss for the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Shawn Jefferson. That was too easy. Jefferson beats Frazier for 13 yards.
Hitch and go. The audible called by Drew Bledsoe. Frazier bid on the hitch. Couldn't keep up with the go. How about that drive?
Third touchdown catch of the season for Shawn Jefferson. And Vinatieri to add the extra point. And it's good. Well, the Patriots are taking care of that first order of business, getting out early. They take a 10-0 first quarter lead on Bledsoe's 19th touchdown pass. A textbook first quarter by the New England Patriots. Shawn Jefferson catching the touchdown pass from Drew Bledsoe as they up the lead to 10-0 with 50 seconds left. And Vinatieri will kick off to Aaron Bailey. Short kick, real short. Bailey from the 15 with a head of steam and to the 37-yard line. Very short kick by Vinatieri that time. Marty Moore makes the tackle.
Tom, let's go back to the touchdown. Here's Shawn Jefferson. Frazier bites on the hitch, and Jefferson sells it beautifully, and then this is a great throw by Drew Bledsoe. Make sure there's enough air underneath it, and he keeps it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Pretty textbook drive for the New England Patriots. Colts now try to answer here in the closing seconds of the first quarter. Lamont Warren in motion. Harbaugh, first down pass. Screen, complete to Falk. Falk lowers his head and rams ahead. Got a gain of about 6 yards. Willie Clay makes the tackle.
He is more of a receiver now for the Colts than he is a running back, and that's to protect his toe. The Colts have tried hard not to identify that dislocated toe as a turf toe, but it has all of the symptoms of the turf toe, that chronic joint problem that you just don't see Marshall Falk at 100%.
A little easier playing on grass this week for him, and see if we get a playoff here before the quarter ends. Just barely. Nothing doing. It'd have been better to let the quarter in. Marshall Falk on the draw play, surrounded by Willie Clay. Clay coming from that free safety spot on the blitz in the perfect place at the perfect time. That brings the first quarter to a close on a 7-yard loss. You're watching the NFL on NBC. Tom Hammond and Bob Truppy starting the second quarter in Foxborough with Patriots leading the Colts 10-0. Indianapolis facing a 3rd and 11 play here.
This is already a huge play for the Colts. First play of the second quarter.
Harbaugh from the gun. And into the pocket, gets it complete to Marshall Falk. Tries to put on a move or two, and Corwin Brown slaps him down short of the first down.
Falk just a circle pattern out of the backfield. Nothing fancy. And you can see the drop of the nickel package. Make sure that everybody's in front of you if you can. There's 3 guys there to just encircle Marshall Faulk just to keep him from making the first down.
On 4th down, Chris Gardaki's first punt covered 54. And Dave Meggett standing at the 10. Gardaki sails it his way. Meggett from the 8. Can't get to the outside, but does slip a couple of tackles, cuts back the other way, and spins his way to the 37-yard line. Jason Belser finally makes the tackle after a good return by Meggett of 23 yards. It's been all New England. A tough afternoon for Jim Harbaugh, Lindy Infante, and the Colts, who trailed 10-0. Total domination in the opening quarter by the New England Patriots. Drew Bledsoe is 4 for 4 for 57 yards and a touchdown. Curtis Martin has carried 18 times and is closing in on 100 yards. Here's Curtis again. He'll hit some minus yards in the book there as he's driven back by Ellis Johnson, who was first to arrive on the scene, then joined by Steve Martin. Well, here he is. You won't see one team dominate quite that much very often. Look at the
total yards
and time of possession.
And, of course, that time of possession, the exact opposite of the way the Patriots have played the last several weeks. So Parcells has gotten the message to his players, and they have had a quick, aggressive start.
Well, this time they stopped Martin on 1st down. Let's see if that changes the philosophy any. Counterplay. Curtis Martin with a flag down. Banged to the turf at the 39 by Derek Frazier. Larry Nemmers has spotted, his crew has spotted a hold against New England.
Tom, I do notice that the Colts, in trying to get that bigger butt in there, they've got Ellis Johnson, who is now playing deep.
Holding. Offense number 33. 10-yard penalty. Second.
Sam Gash guilty of the hold.
Excellent lead blocker, but sometimes you do have to stick a hand out here. Let's see. He's on 95 Whittington. Yeah, it does drag him down. But Ellis Johnson making the transition from defensive end to defensive tackle. He's in there just for more bulk in the middle of this Colt defense.
2nd and long. Bledsoe rifles it to Gash, complete. Breaks a tackle. Gash at midfield and knocked out of bounds. First down, New England. Grant and McElroy finally catching up, but a 26-yard gain. Gash slipped the initial tackler and made it a big play for New England.
Now Gash was flanked out, way out to the right, just runs a pattern down the field. Bledsoe guns it, and the Patriots fans saw missed tackles like that last week against Denver. Now, this week, the attitude of the team is, we better not miss anything. And you're seeing a stellar November performance here at the start by the Patriots.
Gash slammed Derek Frazier, and they're matched up again on this play. Bledsoe being chased, and Drew throws it away. Grant was coming on a blitz when Coriat was there too in Bledsoe's face, and he just sailed it out of bounds.
You know, that's what the Colts are going to have to resort to, a little more blitzing, which allows the Patriots bigger plays. If they can just protect the quarterback, the Colts now have to take some chances defensively, and with the new people playing different positions, you can get somebody out of alignment, and all of a sudden a receiver is wide open, free down the middle.
That was the first pass that Bledsoe has missed. He's now 5 of 6. Here's Curtis Martin again, ridden down by Steve Martin. He's going to be about 4 yards short of first down yardage.
Martin looking for the sideline. Am I going to be replaced? Please replace me. Give me a break here.
And he is replaced by Dave Meggett, 80 yards here in the first half on 20 carries.
Yeah, give him a drink of water. Grab the oxygen. Rest, son. We're going to use you some more.
Take that saddle off for a minute. It's going to be back on if he continues to gain as he has. They'll ride him all afternoon. Bledsoe. Sacked, ball loose, and the Patriots get it back. Max Lane recovered the fumble as Dent and Bennett sandwiched Drew Bledsoe and knocked the ball free. There's Max Lane, who still won't give that ball up.
Just a 3-man rush by the Colts, only 3 men, and neither offensive tackle can handle the defensive ends of the Colts. Good recovery, but Bledsoe was absolutely blindsided by the old man.
Richard Dent. And Tom Tupa will punt for the first time in the game, but first the Colts will take a timeout. It's like Indianapolis did not have proper personnel on the field, so they waste a timeout with 11:35 left in the second quarter and already down 10. Welcome back to Foxborough. Tom Hammond, Bob Trumpy as Tom Tupa punts the ball away. First New England punt of the game. Fair catch called for by Brian Stabline and taken at about the 16-yard line. Well, tonight Dateline looks at bad credit. Miss even one payment and your credit rating could be ruined. Now some companies claim they can clear your name, but can they? A Dateline undercover consumer alert. That's later on Dateline, only on NBC.
Keep watching that show. They start to scare me. You can't do anything or go anywhere, you know? Everybody's under investigation.
Jim Harbaugh and the Colts need something desperately. They begin here at their own 17-yard line. First down pass, quick drop, and off the hands of Ken Dilger, incomplete. Dwayne Sabb was defending Dilger, and it didn't look like it was going to be a big gainer in any event, but Dilger normally sure-handed.
Yeah, and Tom, maybe just as important is a three-step drop by Harbaugh. It looks like Lindy Infante already a little afraid of the pass rush here by the Patriots. Does not want to put his quarterback in too much jeopardy as Harbaugh's reading the Lindy Infante phone book there.
As the plays taped to his wrist and looking for a 2nd and 10 success here. Dilger in motion. Flag down, play stopped. Should have been stopped. Yes. Kirk Loudermilk is still blocking his man. It'll be a false start against the Colts.
Prior to the snap, false start, 64 offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Doug Weidel, number 64, puts the Colts in a bigger hole now at 2nd and 15.
Yeah, just what you need, you know. This Colt team so injured after a wonderful start to this season. Lindy Infante calls it a virus. They didn't have one guy get hurt at one position. They get 4 guys hurt at one position.
2nd and 15. Patriots have their nickel defense, 5 defensive backs. Protection for Harbaugh now begins to break down, and he runs for it. This is the captain comeback we saw of a year ago as he scrambles forward for a gain. Ted Johnson forced him out of bounds.
Actually, with the way he ran last year has told us several times this season, teams won't let me run anymore. They have spies on him. He still has that Achilles strain in his ankle that kind of slows him down a bit, but a great competitor, and of course celebrating somewhat this week with the Michigan win over Ohio State. Kurt Loudermilk from Ohio State, the center, has to carry Harbaugh's helmet off the practice field every day for the rest of the year because the Wolverines beat the Buckeyes.
3rd and 7. Dime defense for the Patriots. Harbaugh again scrambles free of trouble. Tucks it underneath and is taken down for maybe a yard gain by Chris Slade. Scooter Magruder also helping on the play as once again the Colts will have to punt.
The Patriots also had Corwin Brown on the blitz. There's number 30 right there. Watch him. And Harbaugh's looking, help, somebody turn their head around. Scooter Magruder is the first one that flushes him. And then several Patriots there to get Harbaugh on the ground.
And Chris Gardocki will be called on once again. Not as good a punt this time. Meggett takes it at about the 39-yard line and is back to the 45 where the Patriots will take over with great field position after the tackle by Banta. 10-0 New England. It's remaining in the first half, and the Colts still do not have a first down.
Man.
Trailing 10-0 and great field position here for New England. First down at their own 45. Curtis Martin behind blockers, cutting back to midfield. Gain of about 5. Behind the block of Armstrong and Roberts, Bernard Whittington makes the tackle, and Martin is on record-breaking pace. The all-time record for carries in a game for New England is 38, set by Jim Nantz in 1966, and 21 now for Curtis Martin here in the first half.
Tom, I'll tell you, Jim Nantz was a big old husky fullback. You know, he could handle 38 carries. Curtis Martin, not that big.
Here he is again. Big enough to get 3 yards and put the tackling Steve Martin on his back. And it'll be third down at about 1.5 yards.
Tom, I beg your pardon, but let's give credit to these guys up front. If nothing else, Parcells has gotten the point across. Boys, it's in your hands today. As long as you can control the line of scrimmage, we're going to give you the opportunity to control the line of scrimmage. Offensive linemen love this. You beat up the other team.
Troy Brown and Dave Meggett into the third down lineup. Handoff to Meggett. Dancing his way for a first down. Diving to the 38 of Indianapolis, where he's covered by Ray McElroy.
Now again, a guy like Meggett, so valuable. Willing to return the kicks and punts and come in on the third down. Again, great blocking up front. Control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line has pushed the Colts way back. The Colts, is it a cliche to say on their heels? Maybe even on their back to this point in the first half.
Ben Coates in the game and in motion. Fake to Martin. Bledsoe fires complete to Gash. Covered by Grant out of the backfield and takes it for about an 8-yard gain. Tony Bennett over at the sideline to help make the play on Gash.
Tony Bennett, the defensive end, out covering Gash out of the backfield. Just another little aspect of a multiple offense that's based on control of the line of scrimmage. Play action, and then find somebody short, break a tackle, pick up the first down, or close to it. Oh, my goodness. 22 yards for Indianapolis, no first downs.
Bill Parcells is saying as Curtis Martin carries again that we're kind of not like other teams. We don't try to establish the run, and of course Bledsoe leads the league in attempts, and here they come out today. This is a coach's dream.
Yeah.
Steve Martin made the tackle with McElroy. First down, New England.
And I'm telling you something. Of all the jobs I would not want around the NFL is if someone asked me to try to figure out Bill Parcells. You have no chance to figure out Bill Parcells, and that's intentional. Yep. He plays it that way.
Ben Coates, the motion man. Play action fake. Bledsoe fires for the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Overshooting Sean Jefferson, who already has a touchdown reception. He was covered with the veteran Eugene Daniel, who had the 2 pickoffs, including a touchdown return against the Jets a week ago.
Now here is the growth of Drew Bledsoe, I think. Watch Ben Coates. He's going to come open right down the middle. Last year, he would have thrown it to Coates every single time. But because Coates, see, down the middle, he chooses to go to the outside, but Coates used to be his favorite and sometimes only receiver. Now Bledsoe has learned to throw to somebody else.
Looks like he should have thrown to Coates that time. Curtis Martin, second effort will get him a couple. Quentin Coryatt credit for that stop for the Colts, whose defense has to be getting weary, being pounded continually by the offensive line of the Patriots, and having seen their offense fail to register a first down yet with 6.5 minutes to go in the half. Martin now up to 94 yards on 24 carries.
My goodness. Everybody on the sideline patting him on it. Way to go, guy, way to go. You bet, way to go.
Meggett in with Jefferson, Graham, and Brown on third down. Coryatt shows blitz, then backs out of it. And the pass threaded in there to Troy Brown, who makes the catch between Sam Burrows and Derek Frazier. Bledsoe put it right there for 10 yards.
Bledsoe has improved so much throwing the ball this year. Actually admitted to me the other day that the separated shoulder in 95 did in fact affect his delivery. The left arm was the one that was, the left shoulder was the one separated, and as a counterbalance, he was carrying it too low. Therefore, he was erratic. With his coach Palmer, they kind of straightened that out, throwing with much more accuracy in 96.
Curtis Martin stopped for a loss, a couple of yards by Ellis Johnson. In fact, didn't they go back and look at the scouting combine tapes to see just what the form should be for Bledsoe? Even looked at some other quarterbacks, Elvis Gerbach, who sort of built the way Bledsoe is, and Brett Favre for his quick release.
And I think the sum of that story is that Parcells still does not believe in a quarterback coach. He says the offensive coordinator does that, but some guys need it. Bledsoe does. Chris Palmer is the guy that's the buffer for Bledsoe.
Short drop, and Bledsoe throws the out complete to Glenn, and Terry Glenn has another Patriot first down inside the, well, they're going to mark it at about the 5-yard line, where Jason Belcher chased him out after a gain of 13 yards.
He's in the slot, just runs the out pattern. Excellent protection. Nothing tricky about this linebacker coverage, and I'm telling you, when you go back and get 1990 New York Giant films, Parcells may have gone back and picked out one of those old game plans. This looks so much like the way the Giants used to play, and they just dominated teams, and that's what the Patriots are doing today.
And Drew Bledsoe has just gone past 3,000 yards passing this season. Now at 3,001 and looking for more. Touchdown to Glenn. Five-yard touchdown pass after a good play-action fake to Curtis Martin.
And you're going to see the whole middle of the field open up. It looked like Stephen Grant, 59, fought so hard on the play-action fake. There was absolutely no one in the middle of the end zone.
Vinatieri, the extra point, puts it through. Well, Bledsoe over 3,000 yards with a flourish on this touchdown pass, his 20th of the season. How total has the dominance been for the Patriots? 4:37 left till halftime as Vinatieri gets set to kick off, and the Colts do not have a first down, have been outgained by nearly 200 yards. Aaron Bailey lets it bounce, picks it up on the hop, and is driven to the turf with a flag flying in. Stopped at the 19-yard line. And we'll check the penalty marker. Total yards, 215 to 22 in favor of New England.
My goodness.
Nearly 200 more. Also, we're told that John Burke, the Patriots tight end, has an injured ankle, but probably will return. Lindy knows which way the penalty is going.
I think he was telling his guys, make them kick it again. I'm guessing it's against the Patriots.
Offside on the kickoff, number 80. That penalty is declined. We have an illegal block in the back above the waist during the return on number 44. That penalty is accepted. 10 yards, first down.
Well, Lindy was misinformed.
Maybe just hoping.
Look, wait a minute. What are you talking about here?
Chris Hetherington is the man called for the illegal block in the back.
And maybe we're not done yet. The referee coming over to Lindy and Fonte.
He called offside on New England, didn't he?
He did?
And said that was declined. How could that be? Larry Nembers explaining it to Lindy and Fonte.
The penalty against the Colts is going to stand.
Well, can you cause a fuss and see if he'll explain it to us? We'll take a break. You're watching the NFL on NBC. 17-0, 4:29 to go till halftime, and because of the change of possession, we're told the foul, the offside against the Patriots is disregarded. The illegal block in the back against the Colts penalty is taken, putting the ball back to the 9-yard line.
Pretty much the way the day's gone for the Colts, isn't it? Disregard a New England penalty and put us back 10 yards.
I bet the bus won't be able to start when the game's over. Play action fake. Harbaugh with a roll. Plants his feet and delivers downfield. Complete. First down across the 30-yard line to Marvin Harrison. And let's go back to Greg Gumbel in New York for an update.
All right, Tom, and we'll take you right out to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where the Chargers have had the advantage early on. Leonard Russell scores from 4 yards out. 2-touchdown lead for San Diego. They blew a 14-point lead to the Bucs last week. 7 minutes to play in the first half at Kansas City. 14-0 San Diego, Tom.
All right, Greg, thank you. 14-0. Two teams also fighting for a wild card berth, as are these two. And it's been all New England here. Marshall Faulk on first down. Gets a gain of about 4 yards before he's tackled by Willie McGinnis, as the Colts have just registered on that pass to Harrison their initial first down of the game.
And watch McGinnis, now defensive end, catch Faulk from behind. Now there's effort. You think that McGinnis didn't get the message from Parcells during the week? Run to the ball. Get there. I don't care where you're lined up. Get there.
McGinnis is having an outstanding year in his third season from Southern Cal. Fourth player taken in the draft in '94. Short drop. Harbaugh's pass rifled complete. Close to midfield. The catch again made by Marvin Harrison, the rookie from Syracuse. Tripped up by Ricky Reynolds after a 13-yard gain.
At the top, the one thing that the Patriots have to guard against is to get a little lackadaisical here with a 17-0 lead. Lose some of their steam, their enthusiasm. That's a simple slant pattern run by Harrison. Nice catch, good throw by Harbaugh. Now moving the ball of the Colts.
For the first time today. Plenty of time. Harbaugh's pass on target to Dawkins. Has it with a first down at the 34-yard line of New England. Willie Clay first to hit Sean Dawkins. His first catch goes for 17 yards.
And Dawkins over the last 4 games has been a huge receiver for Harbaugh. 18 catches for 290 yards over the last 4 games. Excellent protection. Ball beautifully thrown just out over the outstretched hands of Monty Brown. Nice catch. Dawkins, another first down.
Harbaugh finding some rhythm now. And getting protection. Hit as he let it go. Dilger with a catch in traffic to the 9-yard line. Lawyer Malloy draped all over him, and now they say no catch.
Dilger is lobbying. I caught it between my knees.
Which would count.
Yeah, which would count. Good job by Harbaugh to avoid the rush. Excellent coverage.
That's a catch.
Well, it says it dropped yet. Oh, it never. Excellent call by the official.
Never had control, did he?
Never had control.
Thought for a moment he had it, but he really never had control. And it's second down. Another slant complete to Harrison. Tackled immediately by Reynolds for a gain just about 2 yards short of the first down as we reach the 2-minute warning as the Colts finally showing some life. Colts trying to get a lift just before halftime. Their only effective drive of the game. 2 minutes left. They're down 17. Marvin Harrison already 3 catches, 41 yards on this drive. Third down, Harbaugh from the gun. Harbaugh chased, got away and buys some time. Now decides to run, and he has the first down. Jim Harbaugh with a nifty run. Lawyer Malloy chased him out of bounds, stopping the clock at 1:50, and Harbaugh made that one happen.
You're going to see the nickel package here run by New England with 6 defensive backs, a 4-man rush, and Harbaugh again shows his competitive spirit. When he gets out here and there's a defensive back out there, most quarterbacks, it looks like going to go to the sideline. Then he jumps back inside. A nice little block by Stabline 86. Harbaugh remains a competitor.
First down at the 17. Harbaugh in the end zone. Intercepted by Sabb, was it? Yes, touchback, interception, Dwayne Sabb. Dilger began to break off his pattern early. He saw Harbaugh scrambling, so he headed on downfield for the end zone, and Harbaugh made a bad decision. threw it up for grabs, and Sabb, the linebacker, picked it off.
Tom, your point is perfect. A bad decision. It's a decision out of desperation. Got to get something going for our team. Sabb does an excellent job of staying right with the ball. Reynolds with the celebration. And for Sabb, his first interception of 1996, and that's just Jim Harbaugh trying to do more than he should.
Sabb makes the interception, and so the Patriots take over at their own 20-yard line, protecting a 17-point lead. Bledsoe right to the air to Troy Brown. Hit hard, driven back. He got 4 yards. And here's the hurry-up offense from New England. And a timeout taken by Indianapolis, which reminds you the Domino's Pizza NFL on NBC halftime report will be coming up at intermission. 1:27 left until halftime. All the usual scores and highlights from Gumbel, Ditka, Gibbs, and Collinsworth, plus a discussion on running up the score. Big discussion between Dallas and Green Bay about running up the score after that Monday night game and Boniol's record-tying field goal. And our guys will take on the subject at halftime. Bledsoe getting some final words from Parcells.
Tom, we just noticed on the sideline is Marvin Harrison for the Colts, and on that interception, watch Harrison right here. Can't really pick up what happens, but he starts limping right there. Either pulls a hamstring, sprains an ankle, grabbing for it is his ankle, and Colts don't need that.
Bledsoe on target again. Sean Jefferson, just enough for the first down.
Parcells not happy with this 17-0 lead. Continuing to force the issue here.
And that catch was Jefferson's 200th career reception. The 6-year player from Central Florida came over as an unrestricted free agent from San Diego. Spent 5 years with the Chargers. Bledsoe threw it away short of Terry Glenn.
Ooh.
And Richard Dent, who was putting the pressure on Bledsoe, has a little scuffle.
Yeah. I mean, Bledsoe showing some steam there. You know, get your hands off him. I don't care who you are, where you've been, or who you think you are. Don't touch me. Now watch the end of the play. He can't really follow through. There's Dent on the twist, and Dent kind of twist him around a little bit. Drew doesn't like it. Yeah, get away from me. I got big guys that can take care of you.
Well, they have so far, 17-0. Looks like he wanted to set up a screen, and the Colts got too much penetration, so he just sails it out of bounds. Meggett was the intended receiver over there, and that one didn't work, Bill.
Yeah, but that was a good choice by Bledsoe. Don't make a mistake here. You're leading 17-0, 1:14 to go in the half. Just pitch it out there. Let it go.
It does bring up 3rd and 10. Pass deflected off Bledsoe's hand, intended for Glenn. It was Richard Dent, a little stirred up after that little altercation, who got a hand on the pass, bring up 4th down, and the Colts will get the ball back. And Marvin Harrison, their rookie wide receiver, second leading receiver on the season, has had his ankle retaped and will return for Indianapolis. Good news for this final drive. Tom Tupa will punt as you see Harrison ready to come on. There's Tupa, whose first punt was not particularly good. Brian Stabline awaiting the boot from the 29. Cuts it to the outside. Brian Stabline with a track down the sideline and knocked out of bounds in New England territory at the 41 by Terry Ray. 32-yard return of a 41-yard punt. So Harbaugh has some territory to work with here with 57 seconds remaining.
And Tom, we've seen the Colts several times this season. The one thing that it really jumps out at you about this football team is this bunch does not give up. I mean, down 17-0, totally dominated in the first half. These guys keep plugging out there. That's to be admired, as injured as this football team is.
4 wide receiver formation. Shotgun. Dawkins, Stabline, Harrison, and Bailey are the wideouts. Harbaugh shovel pass to Marshall Faulk. Great play made by Teddy Bruschi, the rookie from Arizona. He captured Faulk right around the ankles, or they might have had something going. Had some blockers in front of him.
Yeah, Bruschi plays in that nickel package as a defensive lineman. Great job done by the kid there.
Harbaugh, quick strike to Dawkins, can't spin away. Good open field tackle by Otis, my man Smith.
Third time Harbaugh has faced Otis, my man Smith, once with the Jets and now twice with the Patriots.
Timeout, Indy. 28 seconds left in the second quarter, 17-0 New England. Colts have just used their final timeout. Harbaugh has it 3rd and 3 from the 34 of New England. Wide open receiver, Lamont Warren out of the backfield. Steps out of bounds with a first down at the 24-yard line. Scooter Magruder made sure he went out, but it was a 10-yard gain, and Indianapolis continues to drive with 22 seconds.
Tom, probably the only choice that Harbaugh had. There were 7 defensive backs in the ball game for the Patriots. Patriots kind of trying to use the clock as their ally. 22 seconds left. Let him catch it underneath.
Gary Blanchard may get a chance here before halftime now. Already in field goal range, and Blanchard has been excellent this season. 27 of 29. He, like Gardocki, is a Pro Bowl candidate. For the end zone, Harbaugh shoots it, and it is incomplete. Knocked down, intended for Aaron Bailey. Willie Clay was there, number 32, to deflect the ball for the Patriots.
Again, 7 defensive backs. See, Ricky Reynolds, 21,
that was a nice
with
play.
Aaron Bailey, and Willie Clay, perfect timing on that jump. And, the other thing I like about Clay, he's a veteran, came over from Detroit. Didn't try to catch it. Just get the thing so nobody else can catch it.
Sure. He leads the Patriots in interceptions with 4 and has 15 in his 5-year career. Harbaugh hit as he let it go, and the ball sailed over the head of 6'4" Sean Dawkins. It was Chris Slade that had a hold of Harbaugh as he let the ball go.
And it gets around Matthews, 67, bottom of the screen. Good rip move by Slade. Yeah, that'll definitely keep you thrown off of that front foot, won't it?
Chris Slade, who didn't start the game today as he normally does, as Dwayne Sabb got the start. Made the play there on Harbaugh, contering him and preventing the tall pass. 12 seconds left. It's 3rd down. Harbaugh lets it go and just threw it away. Saving time for the field goal. He did have Dawkins in the end zone, but wanted to make sure, and so Blanchard will come on with 7 seconds left. Inside the 40, Blanchard is 16 for 16 and has missed only 2 all season. As you see, a 93% success rate for Kerry Blanchard.
And this kid has had no respect. Last year this time he was sitting at home in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Nobody liked him. He's on his way to the Pro Bowl if he continues the way he's kicking now.
42 yards to get the Colts on the board. And he's got it. Kerry Blanchard continues to roll along, preventing the first half shutout. 2 seconds left as the Colts finally get something done. Not much, but something.
Yeah, both kickers for the Colts have had great seasons. Gardocki and Blanchard. I'm not sure that's good or bad.
Yeah. It's a sad commentary, isn't it?
I mean, that's his 28th field goal of the year, 12 consecutive, a new franchise record. And that's how much trouble the Colts have had on offense. They've had to rely so much on Blanchard.
Well, Bob, you analyst types are fond of saying That'll give them a little lift, a little momentum going in at halftime. I don't know. 3 points, down 17-3. Is that the case here?
No. I think Lindy understands, too, that for the rest of this game, forget the run. I got to throw it on every single down here as the second half starts. So when you're out of balance and when you only got some bullets in your gun, it is very tough to compete.
Gardocki will kick off, which will be barring penalty, the final play of the first half. Meggett and Brown, the deep men for New England. Dave Meggett stopped close to the 40 to bring the first half to a close. The first half dominated by the New England Patriots. They built a 17-0 lead. Colts with a field goal just before halftime. Now stay tuned for Greg Gumbel, the Domino's Pizza halftime report. New England over Indianapolis. Total domination by the Patriots, really. Bill Parcells sending a message not only to his players but to his coaching staff. I think they got the message.
Yeah, Tom, I think the best way you characterize this first half is this is the way the NFC East used to play football when Parcells was coaching the Giants. That's exactly the approach that he took. The stats bear that out. They totally dominated the first quarter. I mean, look at that, 233 to 100 rushing yards, 25 to 99, and all those rushing yards for New England by Curtis Martin. I mean, he wanted to start aggressively. He wanted to start quick. He turned it over to the offensive line of the New England Patriots, and they did the job. Total domination on our Coors Light halftime stats. So get off to a good start he did and stop the run. He did that. Indianapolis unable to get anything at all on the ground. Only with passing on every down did they manage to get 3 points before halftime. Yeah, and then add to that the only time that they could really throw the ball with any good luck is when the Patriots were up 17-0. They were going with 6 and 7 defensive backs. So the Colts understand, even though this is a make-or-break game for them for the playoffs, they are totally outmanned at this point. So two teams fighting for a wild card spot. It's been all New England so far. And as halftime continues here at Foxborough, let's send you back to Greg Gumbel in New York. Start that third quarter. Chris Collinsworth saying Bill Parcells was hot. We've talked about that. Yeah. And he got coaching staff's attention. He got players' attention. He got fans and media's attention. And all has gone according to plan through the first half of this game against Indianapolis, and what it really is a must-win game for both teams. And the Patriots will kick off to get the second half underway. Adam Vinatieri. And the kick taken by Aaron Bailey. Bailey to about the 34-yard line. Well, Bob, you said that first half resembled some old New York Giant games, NFC East football when the Giants were Super Bowl kings. And why not? It's kind of like a coaching reunion from those days. Yeah, that's one of the things that I really like about Bill Parcells. Look at the guys he's reassembled from the Giants coaching staff. Those guys missing. Coughlin is the head coach and general manager at Jacksonville. Earhart, the offensive coordinator for the Jets. Ray Hanley out of football. But Parcells has not only got players who think the way he thinks, but coaches who he knows think the way he thinks. Colts with a first down. Their only effective drive of the first half came in the closing minutes, seconds really, when they passed on almost every down. So here's a delayed handoff to Marshall Faulk to open the second half, and it's a pretty good gain here. Mark Wheeler finally chases him down after a gain of 11. You can see the domination that we tried to explain to you. The first quarter and a half, 9 plays for the Colts, 3 punts, and then finally a decent drive, the interception in the end zone, and then the field goal. So 17-0. The Colts not totally out of it, but now there is real pressure on this offense to respond on every drive, Tom. Well, an 11-yard gain on the first play of the second half, so perhaps things have looked up. It looks like a free play here. New England offside, so Harbaugh tries to take advantage. And the catch is made by Dawkins downfield with Ricky Reynolds draped over his back. Boy, that was a great throw by Harbaugh. Mike Jones was coming at Harbaugh. Let's see, it would be 19 if it stands. It is offside against New England. The play will count.
Offside, number 96. Penalty is declined. First down.
Harbaugh kind of a little roll here. When he sets himself, he's in the middle of the field. Boy, he fires this one down here. Dawkins goes up and gets it. There's good coverage by Ricky Reynolds. But that'll light a little ember. Not a fire under the Colts, an ember.
Well, anything is welcome at this point. 11 yards on first play of the game of the third quarter. 19 on the second. Blitz. Harbaugh's pass is caught. Harrison finally twisted down by Ricky Reynolds, but Harbaugh holding his left knee. And looks to be in great pain.
Well, New England broke his nose the last time these two teams met. Let's see who got the pressure on him. Willie Clay blocked over. Marshall Faulk falls into the left leg. The Patriots coming with the blitz. Watch 32. Just flash by over Marshall Faulk. That's something the Colts do not like to do, is put Marshall Faulk in pass protection.
Well, Harbaugh, we know how tough he is. He's taken a battering and a beating all season. But this one obviously is causing him a great deal of pain. Paul Justin is the backup quarterback. We'll return in a moment. Beautiful New England, less than a week before Thanksgiving. Jim Harbaugh had his knee injured, his left knee. He was helped off the field. Now examining it on the sideline. Paul Justin comes in at quarterback. Handoff. Marshall Faulk picking his way for a nice gain. Faulk did a good job. Picks up an Indianapolis first down.
Now the blocker just flew over the top of Marshall Faulk, but watch what happens. Watch his foot slide. Right there. You see when Harbaugh's foot begins to slide? Actually, very lucky he's playing on grass. Whatever the injury is, it would have probably been a lot more serious had he been on turf, because on turf, the player's foot always seems to stick. On grass, he got a break there. I hope he's not seriously hurt.
He's left the game having hit 11 of 18 for 119 yards. Justin hands to Marshall Faulk. Flag down, and a late one coming in from the referee behind the play as Mike Jones makes the tackle. And a hold spotted against the Colts. So the Colts open the second half moving the football, and then Jim Harbaugh goes down. You just wonder what else can happen to this team.
Holding. 64 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Doug Weidel guilty of the hold.
Yeah, I'm almost afraid to answer the question, what else can happen to this team? Seriously. I mean, we saw them against the Jets early in the season where they had 8 starting players go out in one football game. Just unaccounted for. Not like these guys aren't in shape, and none of them are just dingy little injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys are seriously hurt.
Marshall Faulk now to the wide side of the formation right. Top of the screen. First and long. Justin, play action fake. His pass nearly intercepted. Monty Brown dived and should have really picked it off. Marvin Harrison, the intended receiver, but Brown nearly had one.
Now, when Harrison runs the slant, which is a play that has worked quite a bit today, Brown does a great job. That's why he's wearing that 90 number, you know.
Yeah, the hands are not the part of his game, huh?
Should have had it, but if he should have had that one, they'd have given him an 83, not a 93.
Justin came into the game having hit 64% of his passes, 339 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Got away from the sack, penalty marker. The pass to Dawkins is complete to about the 17-yard line where Todd Collins makes the tackle. How in the world did he get away from Mike Jones and the others? Perhaps with a hold, because the penalty will be against Indianapolis.
Tom, do you recognize the name of Eddie Feiner?
No.
The most famous fast pitch softball pitcher,
right. Okay.
the king in his court.
Holding. Offense number 67. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Jason Matthews on the hold, and with Harbaugh out, thanks to 2 penalties for holding, the Colts are in reverse.
But I'm telling you, Paul Justin threw that thing underhand. Dot Richards would have been proud of that delivery, the captain of the U.S. women's gold medal winning softball team.
Well, now it's 2nd down and 30. Count them, 30. Justin has a completion to Lamont Warren. Warren gets a chunk of it back. Scooter Magruder knocks him out of bounds just short of the 30. That's 11 yards back.
You know, the thing about this kid, Paul Justin, he led the World League in passing 2 years ago. This is a big, strong, very self-confident player. He's more than happy to sit behind Harbaugh, but you can't convince this kid that he shouldn't start in the NFL.
From Arizona State, he's played in the World League, as you mentioned, Indianapolis practice squad, Chicago practice squad, and arena football. Looking over the dime, defense on 3rd and 19. Chase from the pocket, a little direction. Heaves for the end zone. No good. Lamont Warren thought he had it. They said no, he trapped it. He and Magruder were battling for the football, and they say no catch for Lamont Warren.
Actually, Lamont Warren very lucky. They could have called interference on him. There was a lot of pushing and shoving. You're going to see the end of it right there. Both going for the football. How about Paul Justin showing some arm strength there, huh?
Here he is. He winds up and lets her fly.
With Chris Slade almost in his chest. Pretty impressive.
Good call, no catch as the ball hits the ground. And so Blanchard will attempt a 50-yard field goal. He's 11 for 13, over 40 yards. This one needs help. Oh, hit the crossbar and went through. When you're hot, you're hot. Blanchard strikes again. (17-6). A field goal by Blanchard. You see that showing an inch there. That's about how much it cleared by. 50-yard field goal, hit the crossbar and bounded over. We'll show it to you again in a moment. Bugardaki bouncing the kickoff to Troy Brown. And Brown advances it to about the 36-yard line. A little fight breaks out. Here is that field goal again. Watch this one from 50 yards.
Most of the time, those crossbars are unfriendly. But it is a game of inches. You're absolutely right. Parcells is saying that's our goalpost. That's our goalpost. Come on. I'm changing that this weekend.
Here it was. The body English got it over. Blanchard celebrates. 50-yard field goal. He has been superb this season. Two tight ends here now. Coates and Burke, who is back. And a short gain to Martin, about 3 yards.
Now, Curtis Martin had 20 carries in the first half. Most of those in the first quarter. The latter stages of the second didn't play much. Colts come out, keep the ball for quite a while. He should be well rested. I don't see any reason why Parcells, Ray Perkins, the offensive bunch for the Patriots don't go right back to their original game plan.
There's Martin again, and the original game plan continues to click. About 2 yards short of the first down. Word from the Colt bench is that Jim Harbaugh has a strained medial collateral ligament of his left knee. You see it taped up, and he is not going to return today.
Yeah, unfortunately, injuries like that, they won't know until they get an MRI look at it back in Indianapolis. So the extent of the damage is going to be a while before we find out.
3rd and 7, or 3rd and short, about 2 yards, as Bledsoe passes complete to Troy Brown for the New England first down. He's to the 44-yard line of the Colts, where he's tackled by Ray McElroy. Gain of 12.
And Tom, Dave Meggett does a wonderful job here. Watch Meggett jump up, and he recognizes the blitz coming. Now Meggett, one of the littlest guys in the league, but he just gets up there. Actually, Grant still makes contact, but Bledsoe, big, strong, 240 pounds. With Grant right in his face, still makes the completion. Good recognition by Meggett.
And on first down, Curtis Martin returns to the game, having claimed his second 100-yard rushing game of the season. Bledsoe's first down pass deflected, intended for Sean Jefferson, and knocked away by Eugene Daniel. So Curtis Martin now with 27 carries, Bob, 100 yards.
And almost everything today has been based off of the play action because of the running of Curtis Martin. Excellent coverage by Grant underneath.
And Eugene Daniel, the pass sailed a little bit on Bledsoe. There's Jefferson, who takes a break on the Patriot sideline. Second down. Coates, the motion man. Bledsoe finds Gash. Sam Gash caught by Trev Alberts from behind. It'll be third down and about 4 yards.
And that play worked in the first half. Remember that? Again, play action. The fullback fakes the block, releases past the outside linebacker. Bledsoe makes the completion.
Big offensive numbers today. Bledsoe has tossed 2 touchdown passes, giving him 20 for the season. He's gone over 3,000 yards passing. And already Curtis Martin has exceeded 100 yards rushing. Dave Meggett scampers for a first down. Down to the 27-yard line where he's hit by Stephen Grant.
He's made a big contribution today, hasn't he?
He has. 9 yards on that one.
Great job by the right side of the offensive line of the Patriots. For one of those rare occasions where Meggett leaves the lead blocker. He went away from where Sam Gash was. Went to that little cutoff area. Nice first down pickup.
Look at that. Already a 100-yard improvement in the rushing offense for New England. And we're still in the third quarter. Curtis Martin to the 18-yard line. Close to another first down. Bernard Whittington tracked him down. Get him 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Tom, Colts come with a run blitz. Martin right between them. Excellent call. Great recognition. Look at the hole open up there. Nice little inside trap they were trying to run. Armstrong 78 down on Ellis Johnson. And again, just hammering that line of scrimmage.
Another 100-yard gain for Curtis Martin, the 11th of his career. Here he is again, Curtis Martin. Twists to the 10-yard line. Grant and Belser holding on, and Martin continues to run with authority.
And of course, last year he averaged close to somewhere between 25 or 26 carries a game. He is approaching 25 or 26 carries for this game. This kid is hard to wear out.
Now 29 carries.
29.
118 yards. Here's number 30. And number 30 gets him close to the 5-yard line. Stephen Grant with the tackle of Curtis Martin in his second season from Pitt, as you said, to the Pro Bowl as a rookie last year when he gained nearly 1,500 yards. Curtis Martin Jr., Pittsburgh native. Didn't play football until he was a senior in high school. In his senior season at Pitt, he was injured, and many didn't think much of his chances. Went in the 3rd round. What a find. Bledsoe, after the play action fake to the end zone, throwing away, he hit the crossbar. Now you could stand out there all day.
Whoops, that's intentional grounding.
He was still in the pocket, I guess is the ruling.
Yep, referee threw it.
And he hit the crossbar with it.
Intentional grounding on the quarterback, in the pocket and threw the ball away. 10-yard penalty and lost it down.
There's good pressure here from the Colts. The only thing I would say in Drew Bledsoe's defense, how many times have you seen a quarterback throw it with a little more authority into the end zone? There's no call.
I think it's a good call.
But by rule, you're right. He's inside the tackles, and he's throwing the ball away to avoid the sack.
Drew hasn't done many things wrong today. He is 13 of 20, 152 yards and 2 touchdown passes.
And the loss of down, Parcells is saying, is that 2nd or 3rd? Because the down marker had 2nd. Now they've changed it.
He wanted 2nd. He was lobbying, wasn't he? Dave Meggett is on here. 3rd down and 16. Ball at the 16-yard line of Indianapolis. Pass caught by Coates. That keeps his string alive. That's 61 straight games he has a reception. back to the 4-yard line. It covered 12 yards. It was a 3rd and goal. Stephen Grant the tackle. So on 4th down, the field goal unit comes out. Vinatieri will attempt the field goal with a hold by Tupa. 21-yard attempt. He's already hit from 26. And the field goal is good. So they surrender a field goal. They get one back. It's 20-6 New England. There will be no captain comeback performance today. The crutches belong to Jim Harbaugh, who has suffered a strained medial collateral ligament in his left knee, leaving Paul Justin to run the Colts offense, trailing 20-6. Aaron Bailey takes Vinatieri's kick at the 9-yard line. Breaking to the outside. Nice couple of moves. Nice return. Bailey to the 45-yard line. Stop for the kicker, Adam Vinatieri. We'll take a break. The NFL on NBC. Paul Justin hoping to pull the rabbit out of the hat for the Colts with 4:29 left in the 3rd and down 20-6.
Yeah, boy, pull the rabbit out of the hat. That's exactly what the Colts need.
Marshall Faulk, Lamont Warren in the game at the same time here. And Marshall Faulk gets 2 yards, hit by Ted Johnson. Well, the last 4 games, runners have gone wild against this New England defense. Look at the rushing yards they have allowed. And today, Marshall Faulk, 7 rushes, 20 yards.
Well, Patriots started quickly, they started aggressively, and they've shut down the run. So the top 3 priorities for the Patriots have been met. Now all they got to do is win the game, and they are in firm control.
Now Parcells' report card reads AAA. I guess he'd be real nice this week, you think?
No, I doubt it.
Justin nearly intercepted. Willie Clay broke it up and nearly picked it off, intended for Marvin Harrison.
Willie Clay has played a heck of a football game. Brought over here from Detroit to add some experience to this defensive backfield. This defensive backfield for the Patriots is young and has been hurt.
Well, a beautiful break on the football. He's timed a couple of those exquisitely today.
Also been there on the blitz a couple of times. He was the one who was over Marshall Faulk and hit Jim Harbaugh on the knee.
7 DBs facing Paul Justin, who's hit only 1 of his first 4 passes. Steps up, throws incomplete. Had a lot of steam on it through the hands of Aaron Bailey. Scooter Magruder was there with him. Would have been a first down had Bailey been able to hang on.
Justin shows great presence here. Senses the pressure from the outside from Chris Slade, number 53, steps up, but you're right. Just he kind of overthrows it. Really didn't give Aaron Bailey much of a chance to get his hands up to catch that one.
Gardocki will punt to Meggett. Another beautiful Gardocki punt. Meggett from the 6. Spun down just short of the 20-yard line. Normally, you let those go from the 6. Not Dave Meggett. He brings it back 15 yards after the punt covered 48. 14-point lead for the Pats. 3:24 left. 3rd quarter. They've been firmly in control of the game since the first period of play. Drew Bledsoe's having a big afternoon. Has passed 3,000 yards for the season. And the star of the running game, Curtis Martin, continues his assault on the record books. Bernard Whittington makes the tackle, and time of possession heavily in favor. You know, there's just 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. This game just 2 hours old because New England has had ball control the whole game, and a reversal of form. 39 minutes the Broncos held it against this team last week. They've turned the tables in this one.
Yeah, the New England defense has basically had the weekend off. The offense has had the ball so much.
Bledsoe sidearms it complete. Short gain to Curtis Martin. Might as well get a reception in there too. He's done everything else. Grant hit him immediately.
But I wonder what Parcells thought about that particular attempt. Late down the middle. What are you doing, kid? Bledsoe is still a young man. Fourth season in the NFL, just 24 years old. He's still learning. He's learning on the job, and we'll get reminded of that one.
Dave Meggett is on 3rd and 6. Colts show blitz, and here they come.
Oh.
Dave Meggett hit in his tracks, dropped for a loss in the play. Everybody was coming. Jason Belser was the man that hit him hardest, and Belser a little gimpy coming off.
There's no secret. They got to do something, the Colts do. They need a turnover. See a 59. No, it's 53. Sammy Burrows who stops him in his tracks. Belser certainly created the little dodge by Meggett.
Tupa to punt. High snap. Stabline fields it at the 37. Immediately spun to the turf. Great coverage that time by number 26 Jerome Henderson of New England. 44-yard punt. Well, tonight it's Maverick. Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster show how the West was won.
Was that fast? I thought that was fast.
James Garner co-stars in Maverick tonight after Third Rock here on NBC.
Wait a minute. Co-stars? Maverick. James Garner is Maverick. How can he co-star?
That's what it
He
says,
is the
Bob.
star.
Anytime Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster are around, it's tough to get top billing. That's a fun movie, though. I like that movie.
It is. I agree.
Paul Justin with a roll and a pass. Good catch. Dilger took it off his shoe tops, defended by Lawyer Malloy. Good for 17 yards.
Well, again, rolling to his right. Justin throws back to the left. The initial play-action fake to Marshall Faulk sets. It's got some heat on it. Dilger does an excellent job, and because of the lack of offensive linemen, protection problems, Dilger's had to stay in a great deal. He's a great weapon. Colts haven't been able to use him.
Marshall Faulk. Outside lane cut off, so he cuts it up the middle, and Ricky Reynolds takes him down. Final seconds, third quarter.
Yeah, it's almost sad to watch Marshall Faulk. This is no way, shape, or form the true picture. 30 carries for Martin, 8 for Faulk. Marshall Faulk just not healthy enough. He doesn't practice enough since he dislocated his toe in week 2 to really be a factor as a running back.
Be the final play of the quarter, unless there's a penalty. Justin on target to Dawkins. Sean Dawkins hit hard, fumbles the football, and the Patriots have it. Devin Wyman jarred the ball loose, and Lawyer Malloy pounced on it for New England. And the last play of the third quarter more or less typifies this game.
Devin Wyman is a defensive tackle. Watch him. He's going to show up right there, along with 52 Johnson to jar the ball loose.
You're watching the NFL on NBC. First play of the fourth quarter after the turnover. Bledsoe to Terry Glenn. Slips a couple of tackles and has it with a first down. A gain of 10 yards. Jason Belser finally collared him. And New England with a first down after recovering the fumble. And this has been a near flawless performance so far by the New England Patriots, who took command early in the game and really have never been threatened. Going to measure to see if he has the first down. on his 60th catch of the season. The Patriots' leading receiver, the much maligned early rookie Terry Glenn. Wonder if he had a bet. The rookie from Ohio State has to be feeling bad after the Buckeyes' demise yesterday.
Yeah, I think we were up at Ohio State, talked to John Cooper, and he said we thought Terry Glenn was too young to come out, but he came out anyway. We advised against it. And he did not get off to the best start, but 60 catches as a rookie.
Yep. It's been a storybook career so far, Glenn. The Ohio State walk-on at one time, formerly sold sodas at Ohio Stadium in his youth. As tragedy has visited his family, his mom was murdered when he was just 13 years old. Here he is with number 61, Terry Glenn. And Glenn, the top rookie receiver in the NFL. That one good for 11 yards and another first down. That was coming in. He's added to that total considerably today.
Yeah, those three kids have actually made a pretty good contribution to each team, even though the Jets they can't win a game against anybody. Keyshawn Johnson has at least contributed some.
And didn't Glenn miss the first game of the season?
He did.
After straining a hamstring. Bledsoe's pass batted back in his face by Bernard Whittington.
There's no question that Drew Bledsoe, with the addition of Terry Glenn, has a lot more weapons around him than he did last year. I'm not sure this team has to run Curtis Martin 35 times a game to win. And I think Bill Parcells is in the same situation that Don Shula was for years with Dan Marino. He's not got to surround the franchise player, which is Drew Bledsoe. And anything they invest in Drew Bledsoe, in my estimation, is worth it. This kid is going to be one of the game's great quarterbacks.
He's hit 17 of 25 today as he hands off to Curtis Martin. Penalty flag down, and Martin is down around the 40-yard line. Hold against the Patriots, only their second penalty of the game. We said it was a near flawless performance. No turnovers, only their second penalty. They've run and passed effectively.
Offense number 76, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
William Roberts on the penalty, and they have held the Colts to only 6 points. So a great job of coaching by Parcells, who stirred things up during the week, and did he ever get results?
Yeah, you know, Monday, he didn't even show the team the Denver tape. They broke into individual groups, and they watched it individually. But as a team, he said, we're burning this one. I don't want to see it. I don't want you guys to see it, but their coaches showed it to him. The guy has a button pusher, and this week he pushed all the right buttons.
Play action fake. Bledsoe rolling. Completing to Martin. Curtis Martin. Oh, beautifully done. Curtis Martin after the catch with a great run. Stephen Grant finally able to trip him up. But Curtis Martin showing the whole package today. That one for 24 yards.
And actually another great choice by Drew Bledsoe, because when he's flushed, Terry Glenn is open farther down the field. But he chooses Martin for the sure thing.
That's a tough throw, too, running like that.
Almost a handoff to Martin. Well, this kid is strong.
Martin angry he didn't get more. And this drive set up by the fumble recovery, Sean Dawkins, and we understand he took a shot to the head as he fumbled the ball, and his return is questionable for Indianapolis. Bledsoe fumbled as he's hit, scrambled for the football. It will belong to New England. Bruce Armstrong put his big body around it after Tony Bennett, I believe, the man that hit Bledsoe to knock it loose.
They're going to come from the left-hand side. Bledsoe again steps up. He's first flushed by Whittington. And that is Bennett who does hit him in the back. And I don't think there's any question that that's a fumble, but they're saying that his arm was going forward and that the Patriots was a fumble recovered by Max Lane. Patriots ball. We'll get it straight here in a minute.
That's Lane's second fumble recovery today, I think. Bledsoe try to squeeze that one in. No good for Glenn. Surrounded by white-shirted Colts. What's Parcells saying? No.
Yeah. Now Bledsoe is. He just said there was no pressure. There was no reason to throw it that quick.
Timeout.
I mean, he's mad at Drew Bledsoe because that was a very lackadaisical effort by Drew Bledsoe, and he wants every play by this kid to be perfect.
This is a long walk to the sideline in this case. Well, we believe in tradition here at NBC, and Bob, you've been wondering where the church steeple was all day. That's sort of a tradition for games here in Foxborough.
Yeah, the game is now official. That church spire is shown. It is now official.
Well, Drew Bledsoe's ears had all the skin singed off of him while we were away as he went to talk to Parcells on the sideline. And here's how he responds with a completion to Meggett out of the backfield. And Meggett rambles for a first down at the 12-yard line. McElroy and Frazier knocked him out of bounds. 16-yard gain. Parcells makes another point.
Yeah, now you saw the little smile on his face, but on the previous play, when Drew, this is the play, this is the pass attempt and completion to Dave Meggett out of the backfield. Wonderfully done, just taking advantage of the defense.
That's kind of the way I felt a time or two, the way that looked. Handoff. Martin. Still on his feet. Touchdown. He's a touchdown machine, his 16th of the year, which is a New England record. And the 7th straight game when he has scored at least one.
Boy, this is beautifully done. That first move, then he breaks the tackle here, keeps fighting. Decent little help by Terry Glenn into the end zone. Breaks his old record of 15 touchdown score that he set last year.
That was a run. Extra point by Vinatieri is good. Be lots of game balls after this one. The route is on. Back in Foxborough, it was a showdown between two teams hoping for the playoffs. Bob Kraft has drawn the attention of the Patriot fans after a big afternoon, and he told us before the game his lucky charm would be his grandson Harry, born yesterday. 9 pounds born yesterday. His son Jonathan, the team vice president, and his wife Patty, giving Bob Kraft a grandson yesterday, and the luck carrying over to today. Aaron Bailey takes it to the 35, hit by Teddy Bruschi. This touchdown was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, without comment. This is one of the prettiest I've seen. So much for the sophomore jinx for this kid.
And a record-setting 16th touchdown of the season.
Wow. And that's on his 31st carry of the game. Is that impressive? That much leg strength, that much conditioning?
31 carries, 133 yards. Justin with a handoff to Marshall Faulk. Surrounded and taken down for a gain of 1 as we return to New York, and Greg Gumbel for an update. Greg?
All right, Tom, and I'll be happy to take you to Minnesota, where Brad Johnson gets all kinds of time to throw, but check out the catch by Chris Carter in the end zone. Both feet down, holds onto the football. The extra point, 17-14. Vikes lead the Broncos. Just over 11 and a half to play in regulation, Tom.
All right, Greg, you might as well take me to Minnesota, but everywhere else this weekend. Justin has it deflected, and it's caught by Dilger. Chris Slade got a hand on it. There is a flag down back in the center of the field. And looks like a hold against New England, which will be an automatic first down.
Paul Justin holding his passing hand there. Safe to say there was some steam on that ball because it ricocheted a good 20 yards.
He's shown us arm strength, that's for sure.
Illegal contact, defense number 52. Penalty is declined. First down.
Illegal contact is the penalty, not a hold on Ted Johnson.
See if we can see who put the pressure on Paul Justin. The 53 Slade, yeah. And even with half a delivery, still got some steam on it. He's shaking his fingers.
There's Ted Johnson, called for the illegal contact. Paul Justin replacing the injured Jim Harbaugh. swings over the head of Sean Dawkins, who's back in the game. Otis Smith was defending Dawkins.
In case you just tuned in late, I mean, you're used to hearing injuries to Colt players. A knee sprain, a stretch or a strain of the medial collateral ligament in Jim Harbaugh's left knee. On the sideline on crutches with ice on it.
Yep, the team doctor is going to be the MVP when this season is over. Marshall Faulk didn't get much, wrapped up by Mike Jones.
Well, the Patriots continuing to apply pressure. You know, they come with a run blitz here. They are not going to give up on anything until this game is over completely. Parcells and his bunch are trying to send a message to a lot of people, not just to the Colts. They want to dominate, and they have to this point.
Marshall obviously didn't read that study that said those nose bands didn't help much. 7 defensive backs here on 3rd and 7. Justin threw it behind and through the hands of Sean Dawkins. And punt time once again.
Yeah, again, that arm strength, sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts. This one hurts. This baby goes through Sean Dawkins' hands.
Vapor trail.
And stays in spiral. You could have laces burned from that one.
Chris Gardocki, again, a chance to show his stuff. Something they were hoping not to see today. High in the air, Meggett, fair catch at the 15-yard line. Another inside the 20 for Gardocki as Harbaugh, sidelined with injury, watches his Colts about to go down. 9:27 separating the Patriots from their 8th win of the season. It's been a great all-around performance by this team today. Curtis Martin carries once again. Steve Martin tackles him. Curtis, was that 32 carries for him now? Is that 32 carries? 33. And his personal record is 36. The team record is 38.
So which one you want him to have?
He'll have both, man.
Yeah, probably. He is a likable kid. He's somebody you root for. Only played 3 college football games his senior year because of a badly sprained ankle. If he hadn't gone to the Senior Bowl and impressed some pro coaches, probably still wouldn't have been in the NFL.
Grew up in a Pittsburgh downtown, and at times had some rough encounters. One time he was hiding behind a car, dodging bullets as they flew past. Martin with another carry, 34 carries for him now.
And he's one of those kids too that when you walk around the locker room, veterans like him. I have no complaints about him whatsoever. He's someone that you root for and is a very likable young man.
Timeout taken here. And we'll remind you that on Thanksgiving Day, NBC Sports presents more exciting NFL action. Special time, 12 noon Eastern, with the NFL on NBC. Then, football feast, Marcus Allen and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Barry Sanders and the Detroit Lions. Thanksgiving Day starting at 12 noon Eastern, right here on NBC.
By the way, Thanksgiving, Kansas City at Detroit, Lindy Infante, when he was the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, admitted to us that on the board when he took Tony Mandarich was Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Most head coaches wouldn't admit that to anyone. He proudly said, I took Mandarich. And I think anybody else in the NFL that had that choice, they'd have taken him too. But Mandarich has not done much. Barry Sanders has done everything.
Third down for New England. Bledsoe steps up. Pass caught by Terry Glenn. First down, New England at the 30-yard line. Dedrick Mathis might have even arrived a little early. Didn't matter. Pass completion, 10 yards, first down.
This young man, not big, not strong, but great quickness. And he's learned those veteran moves already, the swim move. And you know, off of this performance by the Patriots today, can you bet on a Friday morning practice next week?
Yeah. Parcells had him out early on Friday. Was on their case all week. Look what happened. Glenn with his 7th catch, despite the fact that Mathis actually interfered, it looked like to me. Here's Curtis Martin again. Colts are about to get the idea on him. They stop him for only a 2-yard gain there.
Well, I think this that loss last week by Parcells, and there's a lot of ways that a coach can do it right or do it wrong, was handled perfectly.
We'll take a break here with 7:41 left in the game. It's the NFL on NBC. Here is a graphic evidence of the maturing of an NFL quarterback. That crucial separation.
Yes.
Separation between yourself and Bill Parcells.
Yeah, actually, that yardage allows Chris Palmer to get right between them, which works out perfectly. There's the personal coach now for all the quarterbacks on the New England Patriots, not just Drew Bledsoe, but you know, you pick up little things if you watch long enough.
I like what you call him. He said he's a bumper as much as he is a coach.
Yes.
Flag down. And Bledsoe drills it complete.
That flag is going to be on Keith Byers.
Yeah, it looked like he turned up too soon,
Yep.
huh?
Yep.
Curtis Martin made the catch. It'll be wiped out, though, I think. Byers was the motion man. Looked like he turned up too soon. We'll see if that is correct. Larry Nemmers and group have had a relatively easy game to call, except for that one sort of confusing kickoff situation.
There was an illegal formation on the line of scrimmage. There was no eligible receiver on the right side. Number 68 was the end on the line of scrimmage. The penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Keith Byers, who has only been here a couple of weeks, was late getting over there on the shift, so the tackle was uncovered, therefore the illegal formation. And Keith on the sideline. He's learning.
And Max Lane had his number called for the penalty, though, and it was Keith's fault. You don't want to make those 300-pounders. Think about it. And, of course, Max Lane, a story himself, played at Navy. Bledsoe chased from the pocket. He'll run and be caught from behind at the 40-yard line, but close to a 1st down.
Look at there.
Quentin Coryatt tracked him down.
There's been the accusation by some people on Drew Bledsoe in print that he doesn't have the heart. Well, here, leading 27-6, he's mad at himself because he couldn't convert and pick up the 1st down here. I mean, he takes a hit. He doesn't go feet first. He showed something there. He saw him hit the ball. Doggone it.
And looking immediately to the sideline to see if he had enough for the 1st down. They're going to measure. Looks like he might have been just short. And indeed he was.
Yeah, Parcells will probably yell at Drew for that. Oh, is he going to go for it here?
It's been that kind of a week. But the punt team comes out.
Yeah, the good news is Patriots have dominated. They've won. They've done everything Parcells wants. The bad news is that's one less trick that Parcells has to use on his team. This rant and raving in the Friday morning practice. What's he going to do next week?
Look at Bledsoe. And he doesn't want to hear it. Thank you very much. Tom Tupa is the punter. Brian Stabline awaiting the punt. Not a very good snap. Tupa sends it to Stabline at the 20. First man dodged, 2nd man got him down at the 25-yard line. That 2nd man was Mike Bartram. 5-yard return of a 40-yard punt.
Time for those who just tuned in. We're going to show you Jim Harbaugh's injury again. Willie Clay over the top of Marshall Faulk. The hyperextended left leg of Jim Harbaugh, medial collateral ligament Don't know how serious it is. Strained. They have to wait. They now have that MRI that can show him exactly. He's on crutches. And by Lindy Infante's declaration, a loss here puts him out of the playoffs. This is it for the Colts for this season.
Their record will go to 6-6 as Paul Justin looks over a dying defense.
Whoops.
Wobbly pass. Stabline catches it, however, for about 10 yards with Magruder and Clay sandwiching him as they go to their hurry-up offense, trailing 27-6, 6 minutes left. And really the issue hasn't been in doubt since the first quarter. That's a measure of the dominance by New England on both sides of the football. Illegal procedure will cost them 5. Nobody was ready. Well, New England, this is a big step for them. They will win their 8th game. Parcells thinks it will take 10.
False start prior to the snap. 63 offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Kirk Loudermilk, false start. He was the center who snapped it. So Parcells said it'll take 10, he thinks, this season to get in. This would be number 8. And he thinks the next 2 are also must-wins because they close with a couple of tough ones.
Yeah, they do. And one thing about Parcells, he is one of those 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year coaches.
Justin heaves it far downfield, and no one can get there. Stabline was closest. Ricky Reynolds was trailing him. So the win today gives New England 8 at San Diego and here against the Jets. And then they close with Dallas and at New York.
Yeah, he put stars against this on this game, San Diego and the Jets. These 3 games, Colts, San Diego, and the Jets. You got everybody's attention on Monday. There are some guys who just set themselves apart. They're difficult to be around. He'll drive you crazy if you're there for a week, but he knows what he's doing.
So 2 AFC games coming up next. Crucial again for New England. Justin's pass deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Couldn't pick up who got his hand up. It may have been 53 Slade, but I'm not really sure. It may also have been, see if we can pick it up.
Corwin Brown,
number 30. Marshall Faulk with the pass block. And that's just bad luck by Paul Justin. I mean, the chance that Brown gets his hand up there, pretty lucky.
All right, stay.
So the Patriots, who close with 2 NFC games, hoping to win the next 2 against AFC foes, and have done a number on Indianapolis today. Here's 3rd and 15. Justin threw it behind his intended receiver. Justin, in relief of Harbaugh, is only 5 for 13 through the air.
Well, you know, this season started so grandly for the Colts, winning 4 straight to start, and the injuries began to mount, and then it was an absolute flood of injuries. It's not stopped. I mean, there was a time, I think, several weeks ago, we did a Colts game, and he said, you know, we had 29 guys on the injury list early this week. We could not practice.
4th and 15. Why not? They're going to go for it. And the snap gets away from Justin. Picks it up. Then he will be thrown around but not down. Paul Justin downfield. He's got a man open. Can the ball get there? No, it'll be intercepted. No, he won the battle. It's Stabline, I think. Or Harrison. It's Harrison, 88. 38 yards. That was a bizarre play. McGinnis was chasing him all around. Snap gets away. Here comes McGinnis after him. He spins him but not down.
And then full trajectory. Marvin Harrison just kind of standing back there. And how it got through those 2 defensive backs' hands.
It bounced off Clay and Malloy, didn't it?
Yeah.
It bounced off their hands. I thought they had it.
And into the hands of Harrison, 38-yard pickup.
That's the way they drew it up. Dawkins, intended receiver, behind him.
Again, now the end of that last catch, how in the world did this ball go through their hands? and right into Marvin. Great concentration
Wasn't it?
between Malloy and Clay. Simple completion.
Well, there have been some excellent rookie receivers sprinkled throughout the NFL this season, and we have seen two of them today, Terry Glenn and Marvin Harrison. That pass was low as Harrison could not come up with it, defended by Ricky Reynolds.
It's amazing. These folks in Foxborough last week had to sit through one of the most embarrassing losses here in this stadium. And, you know, the talk show host, the columnists, everybody starts firing stuff at the team, the coach. A week later, man, they saw a dominant football team, that exactly what you need in November, stretch drive to make it to the playoffs.
And everyone in New England, I think, was talking about how crucial this game was this week. Parcells even had the fans' attention. Justin's pass caught by Stabline. Close to a first down, hit by Magruder. Yeah, the fans were all saying, boy, it's going to be a big game. Even up in Nova Scotia, where I was doing the skating last night, the fans up there who get Boston television in Nova Scotia were saying, boy, it's going to be a big game.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm kind of disappointed you're not here in a tuxedo like you were last night with ice skating.
I still have it, you know. I could break it out. We may need it. There's still 4 minutes left. Stabline with a catch, hit by Lawyer Malloy.
Well, you know, you go up there to do ice skating, you look like a maitre d' or a concierge. You come down here with that leather jacket, you look like a biker.
I know some would say I look like a penguin.
Or a penguin, yes.
No matter what I'm wearing, I look like a penguin. Stabline with another catch in front of Malloy, and Justin calls timeout.
Well, I just am not going to give up on this season.
3:27 left. It's been all New England today. In the season that this is a much better team that he inherited than the one he had in Green Bay. The other time he was an NFL head coach. And things began so rosily for this team. At one time, the only unbeaten team left in the NFL. And then injuries decimating the team unlike any I can remember in recent years.
Yeah, I agree.
Playing a little bit just for pride here is Justin. Completes it to the 5-yard line, and the catch is made by Stabline again. I think he's found a favorite receiver.
You know, you mentioned the injuries. Talking to Lindy last night, I asked him which set of injuries hurt the most, and he said actually when we lost our fullbacks, Roosevelt Potts suspended for the season and Zach Crockett got hurt, he said that was the one spot that hurt us most in this offense.
Justin throws a touchdown pass. Catch made by Marvin Harrison. That is his 4th receiving touchdown of the season. He beat Reynolds and Malloy for the score. 5-yard touchdown pass, Paul Justin's 2nd of the season.
And even though the Colts may not make the playoffs with this loss, now 2 to New England, they also have a loss to San Diego. Lindy has a lot to be proud of with these kids. I mean, they are not about to roll over and play dead.
Yes, sort of the spirit typified by Jim Harbaugh.
Yes, very much so.
Blanchard kicks the extra point up and through.
Actually, Paul Justin has done an excellent job. That snap almost got by him. He was looking the other way, had his hands in his little pocket there on the shirt, but Marvin Harrison totally uncovered for the score. The Patriots running a zone down here on the goal line, which is somewhat unusual. A nice little pick run, yeah. And it works, you know.
Chicago Bulls would have been proud of that pick, as they. But Reynolds looked like he had his hands all over Harrison earlier anyway, so the two nullify each other, and the touchdown comes to Marvin Harrison. Justin getting at least a little satisfaction out of what has been a cold, gray day for the Colts.
But now, I think the most exciting play in football got to be an onside kick.
Yeah.
I love onside kicks.
By the way, Marvin Harrison, 6 catches, 92 yards, including that touchdown. So he's had a decent day in defeat.
Yeah. Patriots have their hands team on the field. Receivers, running backs. Oh, we just saw where he's going to kick it to. Did you notice that? I got both kickers, the punter and the kicker out there, Gardocki and Blanchard.
Who dreams these things up?
So this is an absolute fire drill.
Here we go. Nope, fake. And it's covered by Brown, Corwin Brown. I liked it, though. Fake left, go right.
Yep.
It even took a bounce, but unfortunately right into the arms of Corwin Brown.
Yeah, you do want the ball to bounce so that there's Blanchard who fakes it, Gardocki kicks it, the ball hits the ground, and the receiving team can't fair catch it over the head of Ben Coates. Brown takes it. Imagine how many times they practiced that thing. Always worked in practice. Never works in the game.
I want to know what kind of warped mind thinks those things up.
Special teams coaches.
Well, enough said.
Hank Coleman for the Colts.
Mario Greer, the rookie from Tennessee Chattanooga, is in the game for New England at running back, giving Curtis Martin a break after a tremendous game. And here he is, Greer. Why not? Greer bursting free and has a big run on only his 6th carry of the season. Morrison and Belser combining to stop him after he showed Curtis Martin he's been paying attention.
But look at the offensive line. Starters still in there. Every one of them.
This goes for 27 yards for Mario Greer. Best, longest of his brief pro career. Actually, he has a 28-yarder, so the second longest. Sam Gash had a good block for him. Here he is again. Greer to the 15-yard line. So I guess we can count this as closing the book on Curtis Martin, who did not break his own carries record. He wound up with 35, one short of it. We'll take a break for the 2-minute warning. 13, thanks in large measure to the exploits of Curtis Martin, number 28. 35 carries, 139 yards, and a touchdown. Also 3 catches in the game for Curtis Martin, as Keith Byers gets a carry. Martin also had his 7th straight game with scoring a touchdown and set a new New England seasonal record with 16 touchdowns. And Bill Parcells went back to basics. Curtis Martin supplied the running exploits. And New England on the verge of win number 8 and a big one.
And I'm telling you, they're going to practice next Friday morning.
All those things that they did to get ready. I don't.
Sure.
Or does he have to think up something new?
No.
Shock. Keith Byers again. And one point we should make too is that in this condition, this beat-up condition, Indianapolis is no Denver.
No. You're absolutely right. But you asked me about all the other stuff that Parcells did. As superstitious as Bill Parcells is, there is a very good chance that whatever they did this week, they will do next week. I mean, he is terrible to be around when it comes to the superstitions. You can walk in his office. If you sit in the wrong chair, he'll tell you to get up, sit over there. I mean, make no bones about it.
I notice Martin is staying close to Parcells, unlike Bledsoe.
He doesn't know any better.
Well, he's had a good game. He's still waiting to hear that word of praise. Mario Greer, another tough run. Well, that's just like Red's victory cigar. Give up the headset.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the best coaching jobs Parcells has done with this team. He touched all the right buttons. He got their attention, coaching staff included, and I think his players understand that.
Lindy Infante with a rueful handshake. His playoff chances not very bright.
He's looking for Harbaugh. He wants to make sure that Harbaugh is all right.
And Harbaugh, of course, going down with the strained medial collateral ligament left knee, talking to Bledsoe. And that just about will wrap up the season an injury-riddled season for the Colts. We'll be back to wrap things up from Foxborough right after this.
New York, it's all over in Minnesota, and what a way to end it. From 5 yards out, John Elway's pass tipped by Orlando Thomas. Harlan Barnett has a shot at it. Ed McCaffrey on the receiving end dives into the end zone with 19 seconds to play. The Denver Broncos have won 8 in a row. John Elway's 41st fourth quarter comeback, 21-17. Let's go back to Foxborough and Tom.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. 27-13 here. Boy, Elway and the Broncos are wearing the golden slippers this season, aren't they? They really have it going. They proved it last week as they came in here and embarrassed New England. Patriots bounced back today in a must-win game for both teams, really, and certainly New England much the better team today. I like their playoff chances based on this win today.
If they play like this.
Yeah.
Now, all season long, they preferred to throw the ball, but today we saw a major dose of Curtis Martin. This is touchdown run, an absolute thing of beauty. Just freezes McElroy, the safety, breaks a tackle to the outside. His 16th touchdown of the season. It was all offensive line and Curtis Martin for the Patriots.
And so here are the AFC East standings. Buffalo beating the Jets. New England wins number 8. Indianapolis falls to 500. And Miami still to play. They play Pittsburgh, a tough game tomorrow night. And, of course, the Jets have been in the cellar all season long. So New England actually still alive for the AFC East title and looking good for a wild card at the very least.
I agree with you. This is such a great confidence build, confidence boost for this football team after that embarrassment last week. Great job of coaching by Parcells and his staff. And the players now understand a little bit more about Bill Parcells, which is important in these playoff runs.
Dominant performance by the New England Patriots today over the injury-riddled Indianapolis Colts, who lost Jim Harbaugh during the course of the game. Final score is New England 27 and Indianapolis 13. Coming up next, don't miss the conclusion of the World Cup of Golf from Cape Town, South Africa, as the American duo of Steve Jones and Tom Lehman team up against the world's best golfers. That's coming up next here on NBC. Big victory today for Bill Parcells. For Bob Trumpy, this is Tom Hammond saying so long from Foxborough, Massachusetts. You've been watching the NFL on NBC.